Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you jumping on. Do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel. We got some great stuff for you today from Good Morning Crypto, Cointelegraph, Echo X, and more. So please continue to watch this episode. Let's jump into pricing. Bitcoin sitting at 63,560. Ethereum sitting at 2,618. Solana 155.61. And XRP sitting at 0.627. So not a whole lot of movement in the last 24 hours. Let's jump into some news. First, from Good Morning Crypto, they say just in, Meld Gold confirms tokenized gold on the XRP ledger. First transaction went through yesterday, and a further rollout will happen through October. That quote coming from Meld Gold. Meld Gold will release 2 new stablecoins on XRP ledger, backed by gold and silver. Each token will represent 1 gram of each precious metal. By unwrapping essential liquidity, new and existing users can capitalize on XRPL's native features, including the DEX, AMM, payment systems, and the coming EVM sidechain and money market. Big news here as Meld Gold teams up with Ripple and launches gold and silver on the XRPL. Great stuff. Good find there from Good Morning Crypto. Moving on to Lori Reports. Here she says XRP holder shakeout in full effect while the groundwork is being laid for mass adoption. Let's take a listen to Lori Reports here.
He says, we have reached the official XRP holder shakeout. Ooh, and this is not for the weary. You can look on the macro scale or you can look on the micro scale. But if you are looking at the broad picture, it is so clear what is happening. The Federal Reserve Board announces final individual capital requirements for all large banks effective October 1st. Large bank capital requirements are informed by the board's stress test results, which provide a risk-sensitive and forward-looking assessment of capital needs. Everybody needs to remember that back in 2022, the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve announced in a Federal Register notice that the Federal Reserve banks will adopt the ISO 20022 message format for the Fedwire Fund Service in a single-day implementation on March 10th, 2025. Which 2 coins top the list of ISO 20022 compliant assets? XRP and XLM are the top 2. Why is ISO 20022 compliancy so crucial? Financial institutions have always had to consider technological advances to keep up with the competition. In the new ISO 20022 standard, cryptos could be assigned ISO codes if they are compliant with ISO 20022. What will this do? This will lead to adoption by centralized banks and enable cross-border crypto payments through centralized financial institutions. Garlinghouse and Larson will be at the Federal Reserve event this month. Speaking, the underlayment of the foundation is changing before your eyes. Do you see it? As we move toward a new quantum financial system, any third party, including cryptos, wishing to engage with them must be able to use the ISO 20022 format. This is the first step in what's going to happen in March of 2025. Make sure you're joining me here every day for the latest on Ripple, XRP, and where they're headed with the future of the financial system.
Thank you, Lori Reports, for that update on ISO 20022. Let's move on to Cointelegraph here, who says Japan's Financial Services Agency is set to review crypto regulations. The review could reclassify crypto as financial instruments under investment law, strengthening protections, lowering taxes, and allowing domestic funds to invest in tokens. So again, another country moving forward with regulations on crypto while the U.S. seemingly falls behind. hopefully something's going to happen soon here. I'm hearing not from a lot of people that's not going to happen uh, the last 3 months of this year. Hopefully that is incorrect. Coming from Bitcoin Magazine, excuse me, it says just in, Ohio State Senator Niraj Antani introduces bill to require Ohio to accept Bitcoin for taxes. So this is being introduced. It's not law yet, but good to see another state moving forward with some interaction around Bitcoin. We've heard a couple markets, Wisconsin, I believe, and I can't remember the other market, but are going to accept or work with Bitcoin in certain ways. Echo X here says so many things are happening on October 1st, the perfect time for the union ports to strike while banks consolidate because of Basel III. And he has posted a repost here from Emily saying it's October 1st. Starting today, large banks must meet new requirements that fit into a global change in the regulatory framework. It goes on to say Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve and says Federal Reserve Board announces final individual capital requirements for all large banks effective on October 1st. So, more to dive into there, I'm sure. And actually, let's see what Emily more she has to say. She just says Basel III, all banks must now ensure that they have enough liquidity to weather financial storms, a huge change for the financial industry and everyone who is invested in it. So she believes there's ties to XRP here. We shall see. We could see some other further bank fallouts as well. People have been calling for that. But let's move on here to Wrath of Kahneman. He says April market report on exporter payments from investment bankers. Houlihan Lokey mentions Ripple as a swift challenger along with other fintechs, many of which use Ripple and some XRP. And he has a post here with lots of great information saying significant innovation in cross-border payments. The global cross-border payments market, while substantial in size, is characterized by significant fragmentation and a lack of interoperability, presenting challenges through its complexity and high cost structures, underscoring the opportunity for innovation across multiple avenues. However, Swift remains the dominant player in the ecosystem. That is as of today. He highlights here Swift network remains dominant. While old, Swift is still the messaging network of choice, but is facing competition from card networks, blockchain solutions, Ripple, fintechs, Air Wallets, Neum, and Wise, and other banking networks. And you can see here, it's the size of the market is $190 million. And you can see all the representative cross-border payment companies highlighted there below, Ripple included, and Ripple has connections with many of them. So, this kind of change, while huge, is going to take time. So, be patient. Do your own research, of course. Smoke Dog posts here how XRP significantly rises to a stable price as banks increasingly adopt Ripple's DLT solution for international payments, and payment service providers such as Finastra, Volante, and CGI take advantage of the cross-currency RTGS capability and the neutral liquidity. He goes on to say, marketplace provided by the XRPL, the network's transaction volume will grow massively. XRP's quantity will consistently decrease, as with any limited asset that is actively utilized, its volume tends to rise. Therefore, with the growth of the network, XRP's price is expected to increase significantly. Although XRP has experienced some volatility, Ripple believes this will even out as demand for XRP as a bridge currency becomes more constant. As the adoption of Ripple's technology expands and XRP's supply diminishes, the combination of growing network activity and consistent demand will push XRP's price to stabilize at a significantly higher level, making it more reliable and valuable asset in the global payment ecosystem. So great find there from, let's get back to it, from Smoke Dog. And let's delve into his additional post here. It says XRP Ledger, the world's open and neutral liquidity marketplace. Over time, as banks adopt Ripple's distributed ledger solution for international payments, and payment service providers take advantage of the cross currency, the transaction volume will grow massively. XRP is poised to become the best liquidity vehicle for international fund transfers, a market with an annual volume of $180 trillion in payments. As we see from the description, the XRP token cannot be mined, and its quantity will constantly decrease, and everything that exists is a limited amount and actively used is becoming more expensive. Therefore, with the growth of the network, the XRP price will increase significantly. That was observed in 2018, and it quotes there who was observing that. So good stuff there. Finally, it says XRP coins had initially been exposed to a certain volatility. However, they believe this will even out as the demand becomes more constant, as we initially said in the beginning. So great find there, as always, from Smoke Dog. We're going to leave it there today, folks. Put any comments and questions in the comments section, and we'll see you on the flip side. Hit that like and subscribe button.